This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life.
Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and last week I had a whole bunch of videos on, and the last 2 weeks about people who have gotten better from certain diseases, especially cancer. And I know a lot of health teachers that teach people how to get better or why to get better and all these things, but I actually had the people that got better, that did it. Because I want to encourage you, because I find the biggest thing that's missing out there is encouragement. When you're sick, when a doctor tells you only have a certain amount of time to live, where do you go? Who do you listen to? Well, like I say all the time, you want to listen to people that are successful. You want to listen to people where you want the same results. And there are many people out there who have had success at overcoming illnesses and diseases that doctors said there's no cure for. Now, you don't want to listen to the doctor because they don't have a cure for cancer and all these other diseases. But there are people that do. Basically, it comes down to is you got to do all you can do, take responsibility for your own health, and then leave the rest up to our wonderful Creator and see what happens. He made your body so amazing and so powerful that it can overcome anything that it created. So if it's created a disease, and usually that's because something you did, well, if you stop doing that something, the disease goes away. All these people I've interviewed recently that got better from cancer, they said they were doing something that they had to stop to get well again. And then, to take it even further, they detoxed or cleansed their body. Now, there's many people that detox and cleanse throughout the world, but I could tell you, you don't got to go halfway around the world to detox or cleanse. One of the best people I found to help you get better from any disease or to avoid any disease is somebody I want to talk about today, because I've been getting emails since I've been putting these videos on about getting better from cancer and other diseases. How do we do this? Where do we go? Who do we listen to? And I could recommend a lot of people, and I do recommend people go to my website and look at the links on the website. But there is one fella, his name's Dr. Koifman in Atlanta, and he has these books out, which is one of the greatest places to start. He has Healing Through Cleansing, this series of 4 books. And the first one is the colon, the kidneys, the lungs, and the skin. First of all, the biggest elimination organ of the body is the skin. And this is one of the reasons why we're not detoxifying enough. We're not using a skin brush. We're not letting the pores in the skin be open where it can detoxify on a regular basis. The lungs, the oxygen that we breathe, we're just not breathing the way we should be breathing. The colon, we're not keeping the colon clean the way we were meant to. It says there's many people that say all disease starts in the colon. Colonics and enemas and things like this. It's so important to keep the colon clean. And then finally, the kidneys, the filter of the body. The kidneys through the urine filter out all the toxins from the body and the waste and the things the body don't need. That's not going to come out through the colon. But this is one of his books, the first book in this series, Healing Through Cleansing. It's the colon, the kidneys, the lungs, and the skin. And then he takes it further, and this is what I love about Dr. Koifman. He deals with each organ of the body. He just doesn't say cleanse or detoxify. The next one he has is Healing Through Cleansing Part 2, which is the sinus problems, the thyroid dysfunction, and allergies. How many people do you know today that are suffering from one of these things? And I can tell you more and more people are suffering, and it's these things they're suffering from. So this book really talks about how to overcome these things. And it's for all people. If you suffer from tooth decay or bleeding gums or a sore throat or runny nose or ear or sinus infections or thyroid dysfunction, this book is wonderful. These 2 books work together great. You got number 1 and number 2, and then number 3, which is Healing Through Cleansing, the stomach, the small intestines, the liver, and the lymph system. The lymph system is the garbage disposal system of the body. And I learned iridology years ago, which is the reading of the eyes, and I realized that my lymph system was clogged up. And I did some lymphatic massage, draining, and other techniques, and that Koifman recommended in his book. And actually, the eyes cleared up, and the problem cleared up, and I felt better after that. I cannot say enough about the liver and the gallbladder. So many people today have gallbladder stones or issues with the liver. And doing the liver cleanse the way Dr. Koifman recommends it is something I highly suggest people look more into. And then the stomach and the small intestines. You know, a lot of people just look at the colon or the large intestines, but the stomach and the small intestines is so important as well. If you suffer from a weak immune system, or high cholesterol, or joint pain, or any of these things, even heavy metal toxicity, this book is excellent. And then finally, in the fourth book, he tops it all off with eating simple, healthy, and delicious food. And he talks about how to improve digestion. And I know many people that have yeast issues. I know people that have issues being overweight or underweight. If you're looking to balance your weight, this is amazing. So we got these 4 books, and they're just the best cleansing books I think we can find on the market by Dr. Koifman. And they're all on rawlife.com. I definitely wanted to get these books for you because they're wonderful. If you get a chance to meet Dr. Koifman personally, you can go to Atlanta in the Georgia area, and he's right around there. He's been on my show many times. And if you're suffering from any of these things I mentioned, you definitely want to get the books. But if you can, go out and visit him at his center in Georgia. All right, everybody. If you have any questions or comments, post them below the video. This is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show saying have a great day and a great raw life.
Raw, to build up your body from healthy material, your house. You cannot.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.